What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Alright, we're coming back to Pearl Jam. Yes, indeed! Pearl Jam fans, feeling you! Come on now! Here we go. This is a request from Crooked Spine, Watchdog, Matthew Regpala, Carlos Ciaralta, We Make You Laugh, Paul Richardson, C. Summers, and Stephen Harlan. They all want to see me react to this song by Pearl Jam called Red Mosquito. Now, full disclosure, have I heard this song before? Yes, I have. When I did my full album reaction to Pearl Jam's No Code, well, this song's on there. So, obviously, I've heard it. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember off the top of my head, but if I'm not mistaken, I think this was actually my favorite song on the entire album. I think this got the highest score out of all of the songs on the entire album. I don't remember the score. I know it was up in the 8s, but I don't remember how high in the 8s. It was up in the 8s. It was up in the high 8s, but I don't remember the exact score. But I do remember that, if I'm not mistaken, it was my favorite song on the entire album. If you have not seen that whole album review, you really should go over to Patreon and check it out. I seriously, I did the entire album. And it's staying on Patreon. It's not coming over here to YouTube. A, it's too long. It's way too long. It's like an hour and a half long video. Get comfortable and bring snacks. 2, it's a Patreon exclusive. You know, these guys that are on Patreon, I like to do things for them exclusively for them because they're supporting the channel. So, you know, if you want to go over there and check it out, you're more than welcome to. So please do. Let's see. This was posted by Pearl Jam Online, and this video has 40,681 views. It'll get you there. Special note, if I didn't mention earlier, it's actually not just Pearl Jam. It's actually Pearl Jam and Ben Harper. So it's a live performance from Austin City Limits. That's why I'm doing the video. It's a live performance. So since I have heard the song, please keep in mind I'm not going to be reacting to or scoring the song in any way, shape, or form. I am only going to be reacting and reviewing to the live performance. That's it. So please keep that in mind. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Pearl Jam and Ben Harper, Red Mosquito from Austin City Limits. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I think we're done. Thank you.
40 in without pausing. Yikes. Hopefully this doesn't get blocked. Okay. So far, pretty good performance. I'm seeing some movement. I'm seeing some interaction, especially on stage right from Jeff and from Mike. I guess Ben Harper's the guy doing the slide guitar. Interesting, he's doing a slide guitar. It doesn't look like a steel guitar. That looks like just your standard acoustic guitar. Can't really get a good... I need to see it from like over the top to look down on it to really see if it's a steel guitar or not. I'm only seeing the side, but it has the body style of like just your typical acoustic, which is kind of cool. Not doing an actual like steel guitar type of thing. Great drumming, great guitar playing from everybody involved. I mean, everybody sounds good. Everything's sounding pretty good so far. So we'll just keep this going. Let's see where this goes. Oh no, it's steel. Okay. Yeah, it's a steel guitar.
In your neck, hovering just above your bed, hovering just above your bed. I was bitten, must have been the devil. He was just paying me. Oh, a little bit sad, remind me of his presence, yeah. Let him
I don't understand why Eddie doesn't just stand up. For being in a seated position, he's being very animated. Like, he's moving around, he's swinging the guitar stand around, not the guitar stand, the mic stand. He's, moving it around and, doing all this movement and motion. Why doesn't he just stand up? I mean, he's putting all this energy out. He might as well just get up on his feet. He's doing a great job vocally. I mean, he's fun to watch right now. Okay, so yeah, it is a steel guitar that I guess this is Ben Harper. It is a steel guitar. I was really trying to get a good look at the neck, and I finally got a really good look at the neck, and yeah, it's clearly a steel guitar. He's doing a really nice job on it. I like how he's using the slide. A lot of people will get these slides that are hollow, and they'll put their finger through the hole, and they'll, guide it with their finger. I mean, that's fine and all, especially if you're standing up and you're playing, like an electric and using a slide. That's one thing. But when you're seated like this, you really don't want to do that. You really want to hold onto the slide with your fingers. And don't use one of those round ones. I think he's using a flat, or he's usually using a square or a triangle slide, which is, hopefully he's using one of those triangular slides, because you can put the tip of the triangle between your fingers here and squeeze it, and you can like curve it and slide it down and really get some great effects with that slide. It really sounds good when you use one of those. If he's using a square one, that's fine too. The square one, actually, you could turn it a little bit on its corner and get a really harsh slide, especially if you hit over frets. If it's a fretted slide guitar. Most slide guitars aren't, but you can get some cool effects with some different types of slides. I always encourage guitar players who want to start using slides, try out different kinds of slides. See what kind of sounds you'll get out of it. It sounds really cool. Depending on the type of slide you're using. So, anyway, let's keep going here. Oh, yeah. I think it's just a triangle. Nice. Great solo. Really great solo. When it comes to effects on guitar, I know I've said this before, and I think it bears repeating. There's two different ways that you could use effects. You could use effects to enhance what you're playing, or you could use effects to take care of all the work for you. Personally, this is just me personally, I don't like it when people rely on effects to do all the work for them. I like it when guitar players are using effects to simply just add a little extra flavor to what they're already doing. And I'm going to take this guitar solo that Ben Harper was doing right there as an example. If he didn't have that wah pedal, I think what he was doing would have sounded just fine. It would have sounded absolutely fine. But when he added that wah pedal to it, it took it to a whole nother level. All it did was enhance what was already been done. Now, if he was to play a much simpler solo, kind of boring solo, and he was just going crazy on the wah and making the wah do all the work, well, not quite as impressive. But that was actually a really well done solo, so really nice job. Let's keep going here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Harper.
Oh. Cool. I guess it's over. Yeah, overall, really good performance. Really, really strong performance of that song. So, yeah, I liked it. Really good performance. Well, there you go, folks. That was Pearl Jam with Ben Harper, performing the song Red Mosquito. This was a request from Crooked Spine, Watchdog, Matthew Regpala, Carlos Ciaralta, We Make You Laugh, Paul Richardson, C. Summers, and Stephen Harlan. All right, before I give my score, just need to reiterate this, I am not taking the song into account in any way, shape, or form in this score. This score is completely based on the live performance and the execution of that song. That's it. Okay, so please keep that in mind when I give the score here. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that performance an 8.2. Yep, 8.2. I feel good with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, the performance was not over the top in any way, shape, or form, but I wasn't expecting, like, an over-the-top performance. The minute I saw Eddie Vedder sitting down, I was like, okay, this is going to be a little more subdued. This is going to be a little more intimate. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Even with that type of mood and an approach, there was still a lot going on stage. I saw a lot of interaction between Jeff and Mike, which is always good to see when you see musicians interacting with each other, rocking out with each other, having fun with each other. It's important. Stone Gossard was over there rocking out on the guitar. A lot of this swaying motion, like the back and forth swaying, not so much motion for the feet. He was kind of planted in place, but you know, a lot of leaning and a lot of swaying from him. It's still movement, it's still motion. I'll take it. Couldn't really hear Boom back there. I saw him back there. I saw him playing, but I really couldn't hear him all that well in the mix. There were a couple places he came through. And that's good and bad. It's good because that means what he was playing was tasteful and it fit the context of the song and nothing stuck out in a bad way. It's bad because I like his piano playing. I really do. I think it's a phenomenal piano player. And I would love to hear him more often, but, you know, what can you do? Eddie Vedder's vocals on this, very strong performance. Very, very strong performance on his part. Good delivery, good projection, great mic awareness. He had a couple places where he pulled the mic away to get an effect of Well, I'm going to assume it was intentional. Now, I don't know. I mean, I don't always know at that event if it's intentional or not. You know, the whole pulling the mic away thing, maybe it's just kind of in the moment and he lost track of it. I don't know, but nonetheless, it added a nice effect. It added a nice fadeaway effect. So, whether it was intentional or not, who's to say? All I do know is what it sounded like was really good. I gotta give a shout to Matt Cameron on the drums back there. Very solid performance. Love that 6/8 feel of his. I will say this. I remember on the original record on the album review, I remember it was a lot of people were telling me that was Jack Irons on the drums. Listening to Jack Irons on the recording, I remember I was really impressed with the drumming on that. Great tom feel on that song with that 6/8 feel. Great tom usage. Kind of shades of Buddy Guy or Gene Krupa a little bit in a way when it came to Jack Irons. I didn't really get that from Matt Cameron. He did a fine job, don't get me wrong. Matt Cameron did an outstanding job of playing the drums on this song, he did. But I kind of missed that heavy tom feel. I kind of did, so. I mean, again, I'm not knocking Matt Cameron, he did a fine job. I do remember, I think I liked the studio recording a little bit better. Lastly, Ben Harper on that steel guitar. Nice job. Really, really impressive. That's one of the reasons why this went up to an 8.2. If he had not been there, this would have been like 7.9, maybe 8.0. But because Ben Harper was there with that steel guitar, doing some really tasty things with that slide, I had to bump it up to the 8.2. I had to. I didn't really have a choice. Very nice work. Great usage of the wah. Not overly used, just using it to enhance what he is doing like by himself. Like I said during the viewing, I think he could have done that entire solo without the wah and it would have sounded just fine. But using the wah definitely took it to another level and it enhanced what he was doing. And that's what you want to do with your effects, guitar players. Don't let the effects run the show. Use the effects to enhance what you're capable of doing. Please, please, please. Because I've heard so many guitar players just use effects and that's their entire shtick, is effects. And it's like, okay, so you're playing a single note and you're using a whammy pedal to make it go up and down. Well, that's fantastic and all, but come on, let's see you do that. So, anyway, no, this was a good performance. I really enjoyed it. I would go as far as say it was a great performance, which is why it's getting the great score of 8.2. So, 8.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.